Be sure to first update your ideal customer profile. Ideal customer profile are the points that a profile must have in order to become a qualified lead and continue in the pipeline. You can find your ICP template by hovering or clicking over the info icon on the imported prospect stage. For example, my ICP is owner or founder of a business-to-business company, above 20 years old, and lives in the United States. You can edit your ICP by clicking the three dots on the imported prospect stage, then clicking edit stage. You can edit your ICP here, then click Save Changes. The first step to running a pipeline is importing prospects from a high quality source into the imported prospect stage. Now that we have these cards for our prospect in the imported prospect stage, it's time to qualify these leads based on their profile before we even send the initial message to them. To begin qualifying leads based on your ICP, click the LinkedIn icon. My first ICP point is that the profile must be a business owner or founder of a business-to-business company. I can quickly see if the profile passes this point by looking at the bio or checking out the experience. I can see here is a founder of a business that helps other businesses. See here, they help business professionals. That means that this profile passes point 1 of my ICP. Now onto point 2. The prospect must be over 20 years old. This prospect looks older than 20 years old, which means they pass point 2. Now they must live in the United States in order to pass the final point and become a qualified lead. Since they live in Indiana, United States, this person is a qualified prospect, which means you need to go back into your account. Since this is a qualified prospect, we're going to drag and drop the card into the qualified prospect stage. Now, let's say we open up the next profile and they don't live in the United States. That means they're not a qualified prospect, and you should click the status dropdown and select not qualified. You should continue this process of qualifying until you have at least 25 leads in the qualified stage to send initial messages to. When a card is in the qualified prospect stage, it's time to send the initial message. Click the LinkedIn icon, go to their activity, if available, like one of their posts that you resonate with. If you see the option to send them a connection request from here, go ahead and send that request. If you don't see that option, go back to their main profile. If you have the option to send them a connection request from this view, go ahead and send that request. If you don't see this, you may have to click the More button to see the button to send a connection request. Click Connect, click Add Note, paste your initial message, click Send. Once it's sent, go back into your account, move the card into the initial message sent stage. Remember that stage names are written in past tense, so you're only going to move the card over after you finish the action. For example, that's why we just moved the card into the initial message sent stage, since we just sent the prospect the initial message. When the prospect accepts your connection or message request, that's when you continue to move them down the pipeline. You will be alerted that the request has been accepted in different places based on your LinkedIn settings. For example, I can see in my LinkedIn inbox that this prospect has accepted my message request. So now I can continue to message this prospect. The first thing to do is copy the chat link URL, then go back into your account. Find the card for the prospect that has accepted your request. You may need to use the search bar to locate the card. Once the card is located, click the card. Click Links. In the Link to LinkedIn chat box, paste the URL. Then click Save. As you can see here, the chat icon has appeared. Now that the request has been accepted and a chat link has been added, move the card into the connection request accepted chat link added stage. It's helpful to add a chat link because now you can go directly to the chat versus the profile. When the card says today or overdue, click the chat icon. You're going to paste and send the next message template in the chat box, which in my case is the call or lead magnet message. Go ahead and click Send. Go back to the account, move the card into the call or lead magnet sent stage. Now there's a few different scenarios that can happen when a card is in these call or lead magnet sent stages. First, I'll walk you through what to do if the prospect doesn't respond. You need to send follow-ups. When the card says today or overdue, while it's in this call or lead magnet sent stage, click the chat icon. If there is no reply from the lead, paste the message template, then click Send. Go back into the account. Since we just sent the final follow-up message, we can now move the card into the call or lead magnet final follow-up sent stage. When the card says today overdue, while it's in this final follow-up sent stage, go to your conversation with them. If there's no reply from the lead, then go ahead and back into your account, take the card, drag it into the Move to Another Stage button. In the Move to Stage in this pipeline dropdown, scroll down until you see Long-Term Follow-Up stage. Select this, then click Update. Now I'll walk you through other possible scenarios that could happen while the card is in one of these stages. For example, in this pipeline, and your pipeline may look different, since we invited the prospect to either receive a call or lead magnet, they can respond asking for the lead magnet or booking link. If they respond asking for the lead magnet, then right-click on the chat icon, click the lead magnet template, paste the template, then click Send. Move the card into the lead magnet sent stage since we just sent them the lead magnet. If the prospect responds asking for the booking link, then right-click on the chat icon. Click the booking link template, paste the booking link, then click send, go back into the account, and move the card into the booking link sent stage. If the lead responds with something like, I need a week to get back to you, then change the follow-up date on the card to 7 days in the future to check back with them. If the lead responds not interested, click the status dropdown. Then select not qualified. Now, there's a few different scenarios that can happen when a card is in these lead magnet sent stages. And first, I'll walk you through what to do if the prospect doesn't respond. It's time to send some follow-ups. When the card says today or overdue while it's in the lead magnet sent stage, click the chat icon. If there is no response, paste the template, hit send, and then go back into the account. Since you just sent the 3-day follow-up template, move the card into the lead magnet 3-day follow-up sent stage. When the card says today or overdue while it's in this stage, click the chat icon. If there's no reply from the lead, paste the lead magnet final follow-up message, then click send. Go back into the account. Since we just sent the final follow-up message, move the card into the final follow-up sent stage. When the card says today or overdue, go into the conversation with the prospect. If there's no reply from the lead yet, then go back to the account and move the card into the long-term follow-up stage. Now, I'll walk you through other possible scenarios that could happen while a card is in one of these lead magnet sent stages. Since we have sent the prospect the lead magnet, they could be interested in a call after reviewing your lead magnet. Then they can come back to you asking for the booking link while they are in these lead magnet sent stages. That is why you should always have a template assigned to the stage that the prospect could potentially ask for. For example, if the prospect responds asking for a booking link, then right-click on the chat icon. You'll see that the booking link is already assigned to the stage, so all you need to do is click into it, paste the booking link, adjust if needed, then click send, and drag and drop the card into the booking link sent stage since we just sent the booking link. If the lead responds with something like, I need a week to get back to you, then change the follow-up date on the card to 7 days in the future. If the lead responds not interested, click the status dropdown and select not qualified. When a card is in the booking link sent stages, there's a few different scenarios that could happen when a card is in these booking link sent stages. Since we have sent the prospect the booking link in these stages, that means the prospect could book a call while they are in any of these stages. That's why you should always check to make sure the lead didn't book before you send follow-up. When a prospect books a call, copy the call booking details and click the card that booked a call. Paste the details in the notes area, then click save. Move the card into the call book stage. If the prospect doesn't book a call, it's time to send some follow-ups. When the card says today or overdue while it's in the booking link sent stage, then click the chat icon. Paste the booking link 2-day follow-up message, then click send. Go back into the account. Since we just sent the 2-day follow-up message, we can now move the card into the 2-day follow-up sent stage. When the card says today or overdue while it's in this stage and the prospect has not booked a call yet, click the chat icon. Paste the booking link 5-day follow-up message, then click send. Go back into the account, and since we just sent the 5-day follow-up message, we can move the card into the 5-day follow-up sent stage. When the card says today or overdue while it's in the stage, click the chat icon. Since the lead has not booked a call yet, you can go ahead and paste the booking link final follow-up message. Then click send. Go back into the account and move the card into the booking link final follow-up sent stage. When the card says today or overdue while it's in this stage, go to the conversation with the lead. If there is no reason why they have not booked and they have not booked a call yet, then go back to the account and move the card into the long-term follow-up stage. If the lead responds with something like, I need a week to get back to you, then change the follow-up date on the card to 7 days in the future to check back with them. If the lead responds, no, not interested, click the status dropdown on the card and select the status of not qualified. When a lead card says today or overdue while it's in the call book stage, click the LinkedIn chat icon, paste and send the call booked confirmation message, go back into the account, change the follow-up date to the day before the call is booked for. So if I click my notes, I'll see the call is booked for the 19th, so I need to change the follow-up date to the 18th. Then move the card into the call booked confirmation sent stage. When the card says today while it's in the call book confirmation sent stage, it's time to send the day before reminder. Click the chat icon, paste and send the day before call reminder message. Go back into the account, move the card into the call day before reminder sent stage. After the call is completed, while the card is in the call day before reminder sent stage, right-click the chat icon. Click the post call message template, paste this template, update if needed, then click send. Go back to the account, move the card into the post call message sent stage. When the lead purchases while it's in this stage, right-click the chat icon on the card. Click the purchase message, paste this template, update if needed, then click send. Move this card into the purchase stage. If the lead cancels the call before the meeting time, right-click the chat icon on the card. click the call canceled message, paste the message, then click send, go back into the account, and move the card into the call cancel message sent stage. If you're on the call and the lead doesn't show up, right-click the chat icon on the card. Click the call no-showed message, paste the message, then click send, go back into the account, and move the card into the call no-show message sent stage. If the lead rebooks while it's in the call canceled message sent stage, then copy the details of the rebooking, click into the card, paste the details of the new call in the notes area, then click save, move the card into the call rescheduled stage. When the card says today or overdue while it's in the call cancel message sent stage and the call has not been rebooked yet, click the chat icon, paste the reschedule link template, then click send, go back into the account, and move the card into the reschedule link sent stage. If the lead rebooks while it's in the call no-show message sent stage, then copy the details of the rebooking, go into the card, and paste the details of the call rebooked in the notes area, then click save, and move the card into the call rescheduled stage. When a card says today or overdue while it's in the call no-showed message sent stage, and the call has not been rebooked yet, click the chat icon, paste the reschedule link message, then click send, go back into the account, and drag and drop the card into the call reschedule link sent stage. If the lead rebooks while it's in the call reschedule link sent stage, then click into the card, paste the new details in the notes area, click save. When the card says today or overdue while it's in the call reschedule link sent stage and the prospect has not rebooked their call yet, click the chat icon. If there is no response as to why they have not rebooked yet, go back into the account and move the card into the long-term follow-up stage. In the call rescheduled stage, when the call is done, right-click the chat icon on the lead card. Click the post-call message, paste, update if needed, then click send. After you finish sending the message template, go back into the account and move the card into the post-call message sent stage. When the lead purchases while they're in this call rescheduled stage, right-click the chat icon, click the purchase message, paste the message, then click send, go back to the account, move the card into the purchase stage. When the card is in the post-call message sent stage and the lead purchases, right-click the chat icon on the lead card, click the purchase message, paste the message template, update if needed, then click send, go back into the account, move the card into the purchase stage. If the lead doesn't purchase while it's in the post-call message sent stage, go ahead and move the lead card to the long-term follow-up stage. Change the lead card's follow-up date as needed. For example, if you were on the call with the prospect and they said they need a week to decide, go ahead and change the follow-up date to 1 week in the future. Keep chatting with the prospect to lead them to a purchase. When a card is in the purchase stage, begin your onboarding process. One pro tip is to create an onboarding pipeline in your account if you haven't already created one. When a card is in the long-term follow-up stage, continue to nurture these leads through your content and being your connection to lead to a sale. A pro tip is to send a message of encouragement to these leads every 3 months. If you need additional resources, we suggest reviewing the information icon that each stage has. You can hover or click over the eye icon on each stage, and this will provide easy next steps for you.